And we are live.
Let's go.
My name is Sio, and I'm here. And yes, I think Gojo is better than Kakashi. Hot take. And then I will move it on to my buddy Alan.
Yo, this your boy Batty Good Daddy. I don't remember who Gojo was.
Jutsu Kaisen. You know,
Oh,
you know. If you don't know,
okay. So I
Now
was
you
in
know.
Naruto. Yeah, I was in Naruto, but we're gonna talk about Jujutsu Kaisen in a bit. I am your resident fucking naysayer for that. So let's go. Let's go, Zip.
All right, yo, Zip, you're don't know. Usual, chill, relaxed, pure support guy.
Mhm.
And over to that way, Joe.
Hey, I'm Semi-Evil Joe, your casual, filthy casual, actually.
Filthy,
Yeah, filthy.
dirty boy.
Play all those mobile games. Ugh.
Gambling games. He's our resident gambler too.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, he's
him,
definitely
him.
a resident gambler.
All right.
All right. All right, cool. And then we will start with our show me what you got. So, it's my first show me what you got. Well, my first, my only, because I'm the host and I'm the first one. But whatever you say. And I don't know why I'm doing this. I just like doing my hands. Anyway, um, my show me what you got is I finally caught up to the new um episodes of or the new final episodes of Attack on Titan.
Ooh.
I will talk about that. I will avoid spoilers, um, but it's good storytelling.
You know who I
It
think
is
would really enjoy all of that? Candy Juku.
yes. Wherever you are, Candy Juku,
She's in the
Juku,
chat.
She's in the
she's
chat.
in the chat. Oh,
That's why I mentioned
yo,
her.
yo, yo, oh,
Yo, what's up?
yo, what's up?
Yo, we give a warm hello to our
Yeah,
friends and cosplayer extraordinaire.
yep. Our
Anyways,
our one and only yeah, our cosplay buddy, convention buddy. So it's just brilliant, especially the way that it loops the entire series together. I'm not spoiling anything by saying that the very first episode of Attack on Titan is to you in 2,000 years. All right, and one of the episodes in the final season is from you 2,000 years ago,
no,
and
that
that
sounds
is
like a straight up spoiler.
Wait, I'm
Yeah,
you,
you just
you,
spoiled it.
who am
I'm
I?
not
Job.
even spoiling
Bro,
anything.
you
job.
cannot stop yourself from spoiling.
I'm not
I,
even spoiling.
wait,
That's
I,
the
Welcome
title of
to
the episode.
Pure
that was the
Hot Boy.
spoiler,
What am I
right, Alan?
spoiling? What am
Right,
I
Alan?
spoiling? That's the title of the episode.
Okay, look.
I,
Can
I'm
I
just
just
giving
hold
a
on?
title of the episode. I'm not spoiling anything. That is
Hey,
the
Christian,
title of the
Christian,
episode.
I
Christian.
just
Why
want.
Well, I
why you
don't know
getting
what
so
Can we take
excited
a
episode.
about it?
poll? Can we take a poll? Does Christian spoil shit?
Wait. I thought I was the spoiler.
I guess
No,
we
you're
didn't
not the
put
spoiler.
I
the,
thought I
the
was the
hashtag
spoiler. I was.
spoilers.
I'm just saying. I'm
Hashtag
just saying.
spoilers.
I'm just saying. Let me finish my thought. Let me just finish my thought.
My
Let me
bad,
finish
my
my
bad.
thought.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. This is your section.
I'm just saying it ties everything together. To you in 2,000
For
years,
you.
and for you from you 2,000 years ago. I thought that was brilliant storytelling. Like I said, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just giving I'm just saying the title of the. I'm just saying the title of the episode. That's all I'm saying. Um, but this season, and I told this to Joe. The first season of Attack on Titan was really, really, really hype. We went to conventions and we saw everybody and their mom cosplaying as scouts, right, Joe?
Yep.
Like, like
Hi.
me and
Oh yeah,
Joe can attest to this.
for
When we
sure.
went to our very first SAC anime back in summer of 2014, the first cosplayers that we saw were Attack on Titan cosplayers, and were scouts. They were
Hmm.
scouts. and it was like we saw nothing but scouts. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And we know it was hype, but I guess it died down because after the first season, the production crew went their separate ways because they had other scheduling conflicts. So the anime was halted. And for those of us that don't read every manga that there is available, the hype kind of died down. Well, the hype is back. And admittedly, the second season is not as much action, but you have to go through the second season. You have to watch the second season to get to the third season because that's when things start picking up. But you have to watch the second season to get through the third season. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's just good storytelling, and this is why I love this medium. I love this entertainment medium. Um, it's better than like any movies that I'll watch. I haven't even watched like a straight up like sitcom in a while. I guess you can say like the straight up TV show that I had to watch, like I made it like a priority of watching was like Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. But other than that, just mostly anime, and this is why I watch it. So yeah, that's my show me what you got, and I will throw it over to Alan.
Oh shit! Show me what you got. Yeah. My show me what you got is a little bit more mundane, but like the show me what you got is actually this iPad that I'm broadcasting from right now. And the reason why I'm even talking about a piece of technology is because it has caused me to like start to draw, edit more, da 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 da, and all this stuff. Like really kind of go back to like my roots and to like revisit like self-discipline in a way. So the same way that Christian does it with training, like training for MMA and stuff like that, this is one of the things that I like to relate to my own personal training, and that has branched off into a lot of different parts of my life. Looking through and just seeing like, okay, well, if I'm going to get good at a new thing, like how do I have to conduct myself? How do I save my time and all that stuff? And that's been real big for me because my life is like packed full of stuff. So it made me realize I got to get more organized. It made me realize like this is just the way that people get shit done. Right? This is how
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
make
for
stuff
sure.
possible. And
Yep.
as much as we like to think like, oh, I don't know, like I like to do stuff that I like to do, and I don't like to do stuff I don't like. It's very simple, right? We tend to gravitate towards that stuff, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's so obvious, but legit, life is about doing stuff you don't necessarily want to do.
Yeah, it's called working.
Yep. Well, not just working, but even in conversations, just talking to people, just being like, okay, well, I'm feeling a lot of rage talking to this person. I could punch them in the face or yell at them or, whatever, but I have a choice, right? And when I'm organizing my mind, I can actually make that choice instead of just flying off the handle or whatever. Not that I normally do. That's my show me what you got, honestly. It's been a big thing for me lately. It's been big self-development. Is my show me what you got supposed to be martial arts animated
What
No,
no,
that's
you
the
related?
main
no, it
topic.
could be
That's the main
anything you
topic.
want,
That's the
brother.
topic.
Okay,
That's the
yeah, so
topic.
that
Show me
no,
what you
so
guys, what you
I
feel
was
like
feeling
talking about for the week.
yeah, I was feeling that
Yeah.
because like like self improvement is like a lifelong endeavor, and it's just cool to realize you have improved.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Usually I'm the jokester, but let's give it to Zip.
Yeah,
All
someone will
right.
balance it out.
All right, guys. Show you what you got is those thing that I'm gonna be doing on my stream later on. And I got, since I'm going back into miniature painting, but I was like, I got these guys because if I'm on Amazon for pretty cheap. So I got an unpainted
Oh, it's a
full for
Space Marine, huh?
Yes, it is a Space Marine.
And it's printed
So
by McFarlane Toys.
yeah,
Is that
Yeah, I
plasma
That's
gun?
pretty cool since that's your
it's a
signature
plasma.
cosplay.
Yep. We have this one,
Yes, for
and
those
we
of
got
you not in the know, that's uh Zip's signature cosplay.
Got this one here.
Yeah, it
Was
takes
it
up
both
half
this one?
the hotel room.
Yeah.
It
That's
takes its own bed.
So
Yeah.
small little things. And there it's gonna be. It's all intricate. So like all the pieces are able to like move arms and everything itself. So it's all pretty much weapon pose and everything.
yo, that's tight.
Fully
So
opposable. Dope.
yeah, I'm gonna be working on
Alexander
getting
wants you to
those
flex it.
painted. Get myself back into painting, miniature painting and stuff, and instead of doing something really small, probably be a little easier doing something a little bigger to get myself back into getting into smaller details itself. So
Cool.
very small. Show me what you got, but
Hey,
I
dude,
love it.
you're starting up a hobby too.
I'm getting back into it because way back
Warhammer.
Warhammer when we used to did miniatures way back, like way high school, like a little bit after high school. It's like, yeah, I haven't done it in what 15, 20 years, I think, or something like that. So it's
You
like,
only get
yeah,
better in your mind.
yeah.
Always,
But
man.
this was, I'm like, all right. I originally got this one because this one was cheap itself, right? But then I saw this one came up on sale for like $20.
Oh, actually, that's not bad.
$20 for this when normally this is like $50.
You can paint him like a dark angel.
Yep. Pretty much how
What?
my eye is, and with the plasma gun. So it's like my cosplay.
Probably will.
Yep. For sure, Dark
What?
Angels.
Not blood ravens?
Nah.
Oh, don't even say that. Don't even say that name. Are you
Nah.
kidding me?
Ugh. All right. And with that, let's pass it over to Joe.
To
Joe's
me?
show me what you got.
Joe.
Okay, so show me what you got. Let's see what we got here. This week or these past 2 weeks, actually recently, Nintendo Direct just came out with a bunch of new games. I do agree with Alan. It was was it Alan or Christian? Both I think were suggesting it was lackluster,
Well,
Oh
sorry,
right?
which one?
well, for the games that it showed, it had a lot
Oh,
of games I wanted. I wanted. So yeah, I
Oh,
was
you're
hyped
hype.
for the I was hyped for the Chrono Cross like remake, not
Yes,
remake but remaster. I was hyped for the Chrono Cross remaster.
Yeah.
that did sound cool. I never got
mhm.
to play Chrono Cross or any of the Chrono series, so I mean,
Wait,
it
Ooh.
hold the
oh yeah,
phone.
hot take.
Hold.
What?
I don't give a shit about any of the other Chronos besides Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was the
Yeah,
Trigger.
one, right?
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger
yeah,
had
yeah.
that FF6 feel, and Chrono Trigger had that music and all the
That
familiar
the
sort of like
feel, the music,
Yeah,
story.
Megan.
the story
Yeah.
development,
Yep.
the arcs that it gave. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and the art was done by the Dragon Ball guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Akira
Dragon
Toriyama.
Master Akira
Yep.
Toriyama. Yep.
So I asked Christian, what game does he think I am most hyped for on this list? And he almost went through the whole list before he's like, I give up. I was like, Front Mission? He's like, wait, why Front Mission? You were there when I bought like the Super Nintendo cartridge of or Super Famicom cartridge of Front Mission. I was like, I played it on PlayStation, so I didn't realize I didn't put two together, but yeah, I played it on PlayStation. I love tactic games. Like Final Fantasy Tactics is one of like my favorite like
Oh,
tactic games. So
that. Yep.
Front Mission is another step to it. And it's mechs. Like how can you go wrong, right? So that is my number one on the Nintendo Direct. Um, it would be nice to actually play Force Awakening again. Uh, wasn't really excited about anything else. Live Alive sounds cool, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised they finally gave it an official title, Triangle Strategy. I thought they were gonna go in uh TBD, a working title, but I guess
You
they're
guys
like,
gonna download? You guys downloaded the demo yet? think I'll
Not yet.
download it when we get
I
off. Yeah.
downloaded it way back, but I just never tried it yet. It looks, I mean, like it's really the graphics like that really got me because
Yeah,
I could
the
just go
HP
back and play tactics.
Yeah.
the HP 2D graphics are great. But yeah, like I agree though. I was hyped for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because anything Xeno, I got pulled in like anything Xeno. I have, I have, I have Xenogears. I have Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3. I have Xenoblade Chronicles. So like I'm hyped just because of the fact that I can add to my Xeno collection. But go ahead, Joe. Sorry, that's your.
Um, one more piece on the Nintendo Direct that caught my eye. At first, the moment I heard it, I was like, "Oh, dope! It's on Switch. It's Kingdom Hearts." But the problem is, it is a cloud version, and with cloud version, you're gonna have to have online capabilities to even play it. So it's stupid. Especially, let's say you're in the car, riding in the car, you don't have Wi-Fi. How are you gonna access the game? And on top of that, even if you do access the game, there's reports of it being choppy and frustrating.
Ooh,
So yeah.
bad
Another
port.
thing, yeah, bad port.
Mm.
And if it's a size issue, I would think why give it out as a bundle when you can separate each game or into episodes to reduce the
Yeah, because it's stupid because
size.
I mean they have bigger, more technically impressive games physically on the Switch. Like the whole Witcher 3 and its downloadable content is available on one cartridge.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
like any of the other Final Fantasies, like the X, X2, they're on there on the
yeah,
Switch on a cartridge. So how are you gonna tell me that doesn't work? Or are they trying to like let's steer them clear to the digital world instead of physical? But that's it. That's what I have for the Nintendo. But also within this week, our buddy right over whoop, whoop, there Ellen, recently been streaming for This Is Baba's House, and we rolled in there. He had a let's see what he did. He did a tarot reading, and today he did some music. And the tarot reading was interesting. I'm not gonna say what I had already, but it did touch what he was talking about. Like, if you have these feelings, you have a choice of saying to react. You have a choice to react. Take a step back from yourself and be like, I could pop off on this guy, or I could step back and reevaluate what I need to say or react. And this thing goes for is it's what you do with a situation that makes you um, and that being, and then that's going to segue into another thing. I talked to one of my coworkers, and I told him, yeah, I was doing the stream, and we had our first troll, and it's kind of a milestone, kind of a dick move for somebody to do. But he's like, you know what? There's a quote. He was watching the Pat McAfee podcast, and he had Charles Barkley on the show, and Charles Barkley said, when you're successful, it's like being the prom queen. All the ugly bitches will hate you. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
That's
And
shade. That's shade.
right. So, um, I think what else did I have on here for this week? Uh, I got in a car accident. I'm not gonna really go into details with that. And that's pretty much my show me what you got.
wow.
You had to
Way,
end it
way
like
to end it on a downer, Joe.
What? What?
just like
What?
slide it in there real quick,
This is
like,
and
Yeah,
this
I
and
was like,
I'm not gonna
oh, by the
continue.
way, I got in a car accident. All right, that's my show me what you got.
bruh.
Um,
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
There's nobody following
what?
behind me on that one, so whatever.
That's true. You didn't
you,
really
you
push the
basically
panic
just said,
button.
here's a bomb. All right, buy him out.
Yeah. Peace.
Oh,
Yeah.
100% snap.
Christian.
Anyway, all right, so um, there's no way to segment out of that. I'm just gonna say on that note, I will now introduce my two bits. Since I'm the host usually talks about what they want in their my two bits section, and my two bits for today is going to be anime in general and tribalism and eras. So, um, me and the fellow weaves here, we were in yeah, that guy. Um, and Candy Juku, she's in our tribe too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
She's definitely tribe.
yeah, she's definitely tribe. Um, but us in we came from anime where I mean I'm not the only one out of the group that says we were anime fans as soon as anime like Akira and Ninja Scroll and Project Eiko.
Oh
Um,
shit, Project Echo.
yeah, Wings of Poniamis, you know, that generation of anime that hooked us. Um,
Robotech.
The
yes.
original
Well,
Vampire Hunter D.
at the time though, we didn't know we were watching anime when we were watching
No.
Robotech and
Uh-uh.
Voltron. So, I mean, that's anime. That counts as anime. But like when we were just watching anime, not just like another like Sunday cartoon like
When
we
we
were
knew it
getting.
was actually anime and watch
Yeah.
it, you
So
know,
we were a part of that generation, and I remember, um, you know, just that was being very niche. I remember just like renting it at like the local video store, like not only just like Ultimate Video in California video. I remember just renting those, and that was very niche, and um, like it was just basically if you watched it, you were watching it because you were a pervert because there was just like uh, there was like blood in it. Like I remember the thing was, oh, anime has blood on it. That's why you watch it. And it's more than that. It's more than just because of there's blood and they show like full like you know full body stuff. Um, yeah, but
I
like
Oh yeah.
mean,
yeah, yeah. but I noticed that there's kind of a tribalism as well on that because I was talking to one of the suppliers at my old job not too long ago. And I told him that I go to anime conventions all the time between here and Sacramento.
Hmm.
And he's the OG anime, so he belongs in that generation where he was watching anime like Speed Racer and Kimba the White Lion
Oh
and
shit.
Astro Boy. And he was going to the anime conventions when it was in the hundreds, not the thousands.
back
And then
in my day.
yeah, so it was weird because he told me, um, like I told him I started going to conventions. My first convention was Fanime 1999, and then I remember going to there, and I remember it being so close knit. And Alan went with me to the same convention. Actually,
yep.
um,
Here we
it was
go.
after school.
Here we go.
I remember the day exactly. It was after school. I That was the first day I met you.
Oh yeah.
I met you.
And we went to the same school.
Yeah. So it was me,
Granted, granted, the
you,
high school is big as shit. So,
John.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically like a college.
And
Anyway,
yeah.
me, you, and John, and then we went to Fanime, and it was at I forgot what hotel it was. It was before. It was the year before they moved to Santa Clara.
It was at the I
It
think
was
it's
at
the
the Wyndham.
Marriott.
No, it wasn't the
No,
Marriott.
Wyndham.
Yeah,
Wyndham.
Wyndham. It was at the
Wyndham
Wyndham.
Hotel.
Yeah. And I remember it was being so close knit. You can
Yeah.
watch everything, and people like you were talking to people, and like you know, some of the people that were anime fans from my school, I actually saw there. Um, I remember the girl that was in my one of my classes. She told me to go to a room because they were airing anime there. We went there, me, Alan, and John, and I think David was there. I forgot,
Yeah.
but it was it was what is that? What's that genre of anime that's not hentai, but it's guy.
Oh, it's
Oh,
yaoi.
Yowie.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
yaoi room, and
Yeah.
then we just went. We were like nothing against yaoi. Like if you're into that, that's you. But like was like okay, we're going.
It's
I
like
I kind of remember walking into Record of Lodos War though.
Yes, we
yes.
walked.
Maybe we did that, and then we went to We went to accidental yaoi.
No,
Accidental yaoi.
because my friend, my friend, because she was one of the vendors, and she was my classmate in, she was my fellow senior in high school at the time. Because at the time, I was your upperclassman, so
Yeah,
yeah, she was a vendor. I said, oh yeah, you should go to the room. She's into yaoi, so I mean, I figure she's a girl, so
who isn't?
yeah,
Right?
so I mean, the fact that yeah, she probably didn't know. She probably thought I was into that. But anyway, but it was weird because I said, oh, when I talked to the vendor, he said, oh, that was when I stopped getting into the conventions because I uh, it didn't feel as homey to me. And
Hmm.
then I thought that was weird because conventions to me didn't feel homey when it moved from Santa Clara to the San Jose Convention
To
Center.
San Jose.
That's
As soon
when
as
I
they moved
started
from the Santa
feeling
Clara
that
to the San
conventions
Jose.
were starting to get, to me, more mainstream. And it's weird. It's like I wonder if like because the anime fans now that are getting into anime are getting into anime because of Toonami, or I guess the generation before
Tsunami's
us,
hella
the
old,
ne-
bro.
the
Yeah.
next the generation after us got into anime because of Toonami.
Right, like
Yeah,
Inuyasha and Tenchi Muyo, and that was like that was our generation's animes reran on Toonami.
yeah,
The
yeah.
generation after.
Yeah, so it's just weird how that is, and I remember like like a lot of old school anime people that are our age is like, man, I missed it when it was just our thing and it's becoming mainstream. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, it kind of sucks to me. I still think it sucks, but I think it's a good thing too because you have more access to anime now. I mean, before you had to find it or you had to like look for it in the video store. Um, so there's just more content now, and I like and if you're into nostalgia, you can just search for it online now. If you want that old anime that you grew up with.
Dude,
Um,
not even anime. You could just read any manga you want, just like with a few taps. You know.
yeah.
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 So
Oh,
I mean,
by the way, Alexandra says she likes the Chinese Bai slash yaoi art style, and she gives us permission to laugh at her. But why would we want to do that? Why would we?
I've been
Oh,
laughing
okay.
the
Why
whole
would we
time
do
Oh,
after
that?
reading that.
oh,
I will
I just wanted to wait
Shingeki.
for him to
I will
continue
say this.
that.
Ha. Okay, that's my laugh.
Not even a ha ha.
Ha ha.
Hey,
Okay,
there's no
but
shame in that game.
there's no shame in the game. You're not the you're not the only one. Actually, I think there's Yahweh conventions here in
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yaoi-con. Yep.
yeah, YahwehCon, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fushigi Yugi, sick.
Ooh, see you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so oh yeah, remember I was telling this to Candy Juku offline. Is that remember back in the day when we started going to anime conventions, there was a lot of people um cosplaying as Fushigi Yugi characters, um Utena people still cosplay as Utena characters.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. I just did the last Fanime. I did a photo shoot of Revolutionary Girl Utna. Did I was that last year or the last Fanime we had or the year before
Yeah,
that?
2 years, yeah, the year before that.
2019.
Yeah, the 2019. The day before the world changed. Anyway, um
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Saber Marionette J
Ooh.
was the number one anime I saw a lot of people
So
cosplay
many.
as.
Yes.
So
Yes.
many dressed up. And I was telling Candy Juku this that like she should watch it because it's just it's another harem anime, but this is the harem anime that a lot of people cosplayed as. I know as far as harem anime goes, Tenchi Muyo is still better. Um,
Well, which version?
I think the OAV.
Oh wait, okay. Which
I'm
one?
I'm an OAV fan instead of the Tenchi Universe fan.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So so yeah, and I think I think it's just going to get more popular, and we just have to accept it that it's no longer a niche thing. And like, I think it's a cool thing now, because before, when we were growing up, we were just considered nerds, and I think we still are nerds, but it's more accepted. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
regular people like know anime now,
well,
and it's
also,
part of the culture. It's inspired movies.
Mhm.
I think during our time, I'm not gonna lie, I think we also gatekeepered during our time, because we
Oh
had to
yeah.
work hard for our anime. We had to be like, hey, you got that episode of anime? Let me borrow that VHS tape.
Yup.
Let me go rent that.
Yeah.
You know, I had to watch some animes that were not dubbed or subtitled. That's how bad it was. Like, I just want to watch it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I watch not Street. I watch Dragon Ball Z off of the international channel, just plain Japanese. No, no, nothing. Just like,
My
yeah,
first anime was given to me on a VHS tape, and it was Vampire Hunter D, the original, Plastic Little.
Ye-
nice.
I
Plastic Little,
believe,
yes.
yeah, Plastic Little. I think that even Ninja Scroll was on there, and no, it wasn't Ninja Scroll because I remember going to Media Play and buying Ninja
a
Find Ninja
Scroll
Scroll.
at
Yep.
Great
media
Hall.
play rip.
That's right. There was like a few other ones on there that I don't remember as much, but it was like my first like introduction to Ninja Scroll was on there because I remember lending it to my friend Laurel. You remember Laurel Femme?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember Laurel Fam. I actually watched the whole run of Vision of Escaflowne at Fanime 2000.
Yep.
Like,
And
we stayed up all night watching Escaflowne.
she was actually a really good artist too. Like and
Oh
I
yeah.
never really put the pieces together, but I don't think she had seen anime before I lent her that tape. So I lent her that tape and she
Oh, so
gave it
you
back
gave
to
her the bug, huh? You gave her the bug.
I lent her that tape, and when she gave it back to me, I had forgotten that Ninja Scroll was on there, and Ninja Scroll has some pretty graphic
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
stuff on there. She gave it back to me. She's like, "This is disgusting. Do you have any more?" I was like, "Damn, let's go. We're friends
That sounds
now."
like a very
Yes, I do.
Laurel Fam thing to say.
Yeah,
Honestly, knowing her back then, I don't
no,
know how
for
she
sure.
is now, but
Yeah, I don't.
yeah.
I don't really know her like that, to be honest. I just like knew her most when we were like in school together. But yeah, she seemed like a cool person. And you're welcome, Laurel. If you're watching, you're welcome.
And I hope you did end up getting that box set of Escaflowne, like you said you were gonna. So anyway, yeah. So um, in closing, I think that we just accept it. Animes influence the movie making, which isn't a bad thing. Um, the Matrix is derived from Ghost in the Shell and Megazone 23. The Wachowski
Oh shit,
brothers.
he called out Megazone 23.
Yeah. So
Hello,
the Wachowski brothers, well, not brothers anymore, but siblings, I guess you
sisters,
can say. No, siblings, because
Siblings.
one's still a boy.
oh,
The Wachowski siblings, like, even
Yeah.
referenced that anime as their inspiration. Ghost
Oh,
in the Shell
straight
and
up, huh?
Megazone 23. Yeah, they even referenced
Yep.
it themselves.
They referenced it. Yep.
Yeah. Um, so it's just, we just have to accept it. But I think it's gonna be cool. Just like what you like. And no one's gonna judge you as much.
Dude,
Um,
I can just like imagine the Wachowski like siblings like high as fuck or rolling or some shit watching Paprika. You know what I mean?
oh
ooh,
yeah.
paprika.
Hmm.
Oh
Paprika.
They'll
shit.
probably
Mm.
be going off on that.
And yeah.
I was just talking to Candy Juku offline as well, and I was telling her about going into VR, and I was hanging out in this one room where you have to guess the anime before the title shows its title screen, so that they'll
Mhm.
play the whole opener, and like I was picking up all the older stuff.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Bro, that's Rama one half. Uh, that's Cutie Honey New. That's
nice.
I was like calling these out, and I was scoring hella points. I was like the third place. This other dude was just blowing out of the water, and he was there longer. But I was like all the old stuff. Everybody was quiet. I'm like, It's not that old. Shit.
And then they put on like Tokyo Ghoul, and you're like, eh.
What's this
What's
anime?
this?
So
Um.
when everybody was cosplaying Tokyo Ghoul, that's when I felt old.
Oh shit. I felt old when I
Well,
think it was
because it's so
also
easy to cosplay as that. You just wear
The
the
mask. And
little
actually,
yeah.
I think
Mask.
that's the same year that we met Alexandra.
was it
Uh,
I think so.
you mean
2016?
Candy Juku. No,
Sorry,
don't
2016,
mix
right?
names
Kenjuku.
here.
Um. But yeah, so I was talking about that about with her, and then I spoke about,
Damn,
you
for
know,
real.
what about the anime that you were like, what have I done? What did I pick up? Because we didn't know back then when you got a VHS tape or a DVD and there's no trailer for it, so you like, oh, it looks cool on the front, let me pick it up. And um, it's not the first time, but I was shopping on Right Stuff when they had the Christmas 12-day sale,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Ooh, Elfenlied." I'll add that to my list. It's
Oh
cheap,
shit!
and I watched it. I plopped it in. I'm like, "Cool, new anime to watch." What the fuck am I watching? Holy shit! What
Ye-
is this?
oh, you
I
know
was
what?
about to say,
I
Christian has a story on
I
that.
have a story. I have a story on Elfenlied.
Woo.
I remember. This was years ago. Rena and I have been been together for like a couple of years already, but like her daughter was still a kid. Her daughter's still like 7 years old, I think. I believe 7 or 8. And I had at the time like a phone that can play video, like streaming video, and that was advanced at the time. So like we were at the mall. I think we were waiting for her, Rena, my girlfriend, and I said, "Oh, just to kill time, I had an anime channel, so I had her watch Elfenlied. I didn't watch the anime. I just saw Elfenlied. I thought, okay, this seems harmless. I handed it to her.
This
The
the
first
name of it. The name
episode,
of it. Elves
the first
and anime
episode
elves.
of Elfenlied was so wrong. I was like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, give me. Yeah, sorry, that was I didn't mean. It's like, sorry, wrong station, wrong channel. So,
I misclicked. I misclicked it.
Misclick. Misclick.
yeah, I
Misclick.
misclicked it. I
Um,
misclicked it. Yeah,
and if you don't know what Elfenlied is, it's about what demon girls, right? They're demons, I think. They're born with horns and
yeah,
powers.
yes.
Yeah.
And you know, further thinking about it, it's like when it's a commentary of when a society projects their idea onto another type or being, because they they're known to be born as evil. So now, are they really evil, or are we projecting that evilness on them?
Right.
Uh, are they
Yeah.
inherently evil? No, no,
And that
no,
has
they're
been a
not.
major theme in a lot of animes, actually, is that perspective and the labels that we put on people. Even in like Black Clover, they do that.
Yeah,
They do it all the time, where it's like, ooh, they're bad guys. Oh wait, the bad guys turn out to be good guys, and now there's a bigger evil, and now we all have to band together to destroy it.
right. Um,
Yeah, it's like the enemy of my enemy is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know,
but
Enemy
my
of my enemy
is my
is my
friend.
the
friend.
enemy of my enemy is my friend,
Yeah,
my
Wait,
ally,
but
but then you keep your friends close and your enemies even closer.
closer. Yeah,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
So
that's where
would you
that
be
saying
making friends
that's where
with your
that saying
enemy?
comes from.
You
That's
keep
where
your
that saying comes
enemies
from.
at melee range. That's what it is.
Yeah,
You keep you keep your enemies at melee range.
that's where that saying
Melee
comes from.
range.
All right,
Um,
Got
so
it. Okay,
but
bro
all
you
right,
range.
know,
You got to keep them
the
within bro
other
range.
yeah, the other oh shit moment is this is the first oh shit moment. Um, my sister moved out of the house at an early age, so I would hang out with her in Oakland, and stay over the night, like a couple nights and whatnot. And she's like, "Well, there's a library here. I think they have anime. You want to, you know, rent one from the library?" I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll sign up for a library card in Oakland." And then I was like, "Hey, do you have anime?" And they're like, we have this one." I pick it up. I'm like, "Oh, Studio Ghibli. Oh, that should be good, right?"
Oh, which one?
I'm still kind of like newish. I mean, like I know anime and
Which
I've heard
one?
things. So I rented
my
the
neighbor Totoro.
Fireflies.
Oh,
Oh, that is the
bro.
most sad anime you could watch.
Bad
That's the saddest
feels.
anime I can think of in this moment.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's actually more sad than Your Lie in April.
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, so yeah, I rented that, and that's another oh shit moment for me on anime. I know this is not the two bits part, but and then later on after high school, hanging out with my best friend, we go to Japantown, San Jose, and we're going through the grocery store and whatnot, and going to like the shops in J Town. Um, in the grocery store, they had the tin can of the candy that the little brother had. I still have
Oh,
that tin can somewhere
Oh,
to this day. Never opened it.
never open it.
Never opened it.
that is true. That is
So, um,
that's
Don't you dare open that.
true.
Don't open that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever.
Don't
yeah,
don't
Ever.
ever just leave it
so
leave it
much
You know
feels.
why? Because
there.
once you open it, one day it'll be empty.
Oh, shut up! Don't you say
Yeah.
that. I'll have to buy another one then if I
That's
can
the
find
All
it.
saddest. That's the saddest shit. One of the saddest things I ever seen, like on TV in media,
In
like
media.
besides like real life events and stuff like that trumps a lot of real life events even.
Yeah.
So, oof.
so yeah, so touching.
Yeah.
Okay, so guess that's it for my two bits, and now moving on to the main topic, which is fighting anime, which is my jam, which is one of the reasons, actually, if not the reasons, why I'm into anime. And the anime that got me hooked. Watching martial arts anime is actually um, one of the reasons I got hooked into anime. Um, so like everyone else, when I was a teenager, I got hooked into anime by watching Akira. But like the fighting anime that I watched to supplement that really hooked me in. So um, yeah, it was really awesome. So I know Baki is really popular on Netflix, but the original OAV Baki
Original.
the Grappler
Yeah.
is very
Man,
classic.
I was gonna
Yeah.
Uh,
talk about that too, but all right.
Ooh, got him.
and that's
It's
my
okay.
review. So Baki the Grappler is classic in its it's just in its start, like OAVs were really good. Were the thing back then because there was no Crunchyroll or Funimation. The studios didn't know if it was popular. That's why they made OAVs. So just like school everyone on that. But yeah, Baki the Grappler was very nice, short and sweet OAV. Just about a guy who taught himself martial arts. He was born. His dad was a martial artist, the badass martial artist, and he taught himself though. He was a self-taught martial artist, and yeah, he just started taking out everybody in the cage matches, in underground matches. So I thought that was badass, and like something I thought, you know what, hey, I mean, I draw inspiration from this dude. It's like it's not Rocky that's inspiring me, or anything that I'm watching, or any of the sports I'm watching on TV. It's this guy. So it's one of those things. And High Kick Girl is another martial arts anime. It's an OAV about it's about a girl whose dream was to be a professional wrestler, but she gets hooked into kickboxing by this trainer because he noticed that she has strong, supple legs. Um, no, it's not. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, Alan, but or
You had to say
yeah, I know.
supple, like.
Well, that's what he says. That's what he says in the anime.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, strong, supple legs. We need that. So she trains in it, and that's another. And I'm just giving examples of the anime that I saw in the '90s that really drew me in. The martial arts anime. I want to give my favorite martial arts anime series of all time. Um, it's a video game series, but I'm counting it because it's very well made. It's directed by Masami Obari, who, by the way, directed a short for King of Fighters 15 that's coming out next week that I pre-ordered.
Oh shit.
So, The Fatal Fury series, the anime series, is one of the best, most well done anime series I've ever watched.
Yes.
Um,
Every
Yes.
OAV is fire.
Yeah.
yes. So
Every
the
Fatal Fury OV. Ooh.
Fatal Fury, Legend of the Hungry Wolf, Fatal Fury, New Battle, with Krauser. Krauser's still my favorite villain, and Fatal Fury, the motion picture.
Hmm.
Um, the enemies in Fatal Fury, the motion picture, aren't in the video game. You won't see them in the video game. They're just exclusively on the motion picture. So I thought that was cool.
Except for
Um,
Geese.
yeah, but Geese was part of it was in part one.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Geese wasn't in. Well, he was still in the motion picture, but
Hmm.
like he just made a quick cameo.
Yeah, he
He
wasn't
was
the main
Um,
he
bad
was
guy.
the main
yeah,
the main
you just
people.
saw his raging storm. He showed off his raging storm super that you would see in King of Fighters.
Right, he broke the forest, blah, blah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which
blah.
was which was cool. But I thought that was really cool. And Terry Bogard, his character was really someone that I would aspire to because he was, um, I mean, he was comfortable being alone. Um, he had friends. He was very down to earth, but at the same time, he wasn't afraid to be alone. He wasn't afraid to train alone. He draws his strength and he draws his strength from that loneliness. Um, the only tragic part about it is that you know his love life kind of fell into shambles throughout the series, which was tragic. But other than that, I think he was an awesome character um, in the series. And another fighting game series, fighting game martial arts anime that I really loved was Street Fighter,
Street
the
Fighter.
motion picture, the
I thought you
anime
were gonna
motion
leave that
picture.
for Ziv.
Oh, you're
I
gonna.
thought about it. I thought about it too. I thought you were gonna leave it for Ziv.
Uh, so
He's gonna
so
name all of them. It's all good.
I'm
You know,
I'm
you did mention about the grapper baki, and I kind of wanted. Did you guys ever try to do the flat not the diet coke, flat coke with the banana?
No.
And
That
do you
sounds
remember?
bad.
Remember during his lunch break or his break
Yep.
after the fight, he
yeah.
flattened out the
Yeah,
coke
yeah,
and then he ate
he would take
bananas.
it, yeah, he would make it flat. He would make it flat because it's
The gases that
yeah, the
yeah.
gases from the carbonation that do
So
it
he
to you.
wanted the sugar and the caffeine and then the potassium from the bananas.
Yeah, so he would get the surge from the sugar, sugar, but then the bananas would kick in later.
I
Yeah.
actually have a story about the banana thing. Like, I never did it with the flat soda, but I used to like in college for music, and since it was classical music, I put a lot of pressure on myself because everyone demands like perfection, and that's it. That's like the standard. And I used to get the shakes going out onto stage.
I've got the shakes.
Yeah, yeah. So I asked around, and some of my friends were like, "Oh, well, apparently potassium will like calm you down, and you'll get less of that, and you won't have as much adrenaline, blah blah blah." So like one before one concert, I swallowed like three bananas. I ate like three bananas, but I ended up just getting like a sugar rush instead.
Wow.
So it ended up being even worse.
Damn.
That's my banana story.
You're like
Sorry, back to you, Christian.
you're like, well, why is he playing so fast? Wow.
It was bad, bro. It was bad. Yeah.
But what I was saying is that I'm not gonna name everything, but I'm just saying
You
what
don't name
inspired me
everything.
in the
Just
'90s.
continue.
Yeah, name whatever you want. You're hosting today.
What inspired me in the '90s was also Street Fighter 2V. Um, I thought the beginnings of Ryu and Ken. So Street Fighter 2V technically isn't canon, but I thought it was a fun series, anime series. I remember collecting the anime fanzine, Protoculture Addicts, and like going looking through the character designs of the like Ryu and Ken and Chun Li, and I thought that was cool. And it was one of those first anime series that actually started collecting. So from manga video. So like I remember, okay, I'm gonna start collecting anime, and the first volume of Street Fighter 2V is coming out next week. I better make sure I have enough money saved up so I can buy it from Suncoast. So it's one of those things where I actually waited. I was like, okay, first volume done. I'll save up I'll put this money aside so I can you know buy the next volume when it releases next month. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. You know, saving up for anime and just being watching it. And but yeah, definitely you know that inspired that inspired me. Um, that inspired me. The training. I mean, at the time I was wrestling. I was a wrestler in high school. I wasn't in Independence. I was actually wrestling for James Lick at the time.
Oh
um,
shit.
I was in an Independence. Yeah, I went to James Lick and then I transferred to Independence. um, but yeah, that definitely like pumped me up
Wait,
to be
did
for
did
wrestling.
did Independence draft you from James Lick? Is that why you went
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Independence?
they drafted me.
Ah,
Yeah. It wasn't because we moved. It was because they drafted me.
because
Yeah.
you're that damn good.
um, but yeah. Uh, fight. Martial arts anime still inspires me to this day. And last but not least, I'm gonna close out my part in this by saying that I know Dragon Ball Z is the low hanging fruit, but it still is ongoing, inspiring to me. Even to this day, Dragon Ball Super still inspires me. My favorite character in all of Dragon Ball series right now
Oh.
is Jiren.
Oh yeah,
I
you're a
took
Jiren fan.
inspiration
Yeah,
from
he is.
Jiren.
Hot
That is,
take. Go ahead.
I just wanted to close. So I didn't want to put in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball. Let me just say, Dragon Ball is an adventure anime. Dragon Ball Z and subsequent things after it is a martial arts anime. And I didn't want to start with low hanging fruit. So I mean, for those of you just saying why didn't I start with Dragon Ball Z, it's because of that. But
Take it to
yeah,
the
Yeah,
classics. They're good.
my
yeah.
hot
Yeah.
take on Dragon Ball Z is, or Dragon Ball series in general, is it drags, and I can't get into it as much as I wanted to. So that's my hot take.
That's why
It's
you watch
just
Super, because the originals were of a slower pace.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
at that time, nobody like saw shit like that. At that
yeah,
time, Dragon Ball was one of like the best mainstream ones where it was like main character powers up to like oblivion. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And we were just waiting to see him power up when literally we're literally waiting to see them power up.
right.
Yep.
Like here's the scenario that happens for me. Get off of school, hurry, walk home as fast as I can, catch Dragon Ball Z. I exert all this energy just to get home to watch it. Uh, so they're standing there fighting, or they're facing off, right? They're panting from the last couple hits that they done, and then they go. Meanwhile, on Dragon Ball, something happens, like at King Kai's house, or another set of characters. They cut back, a couple more punches. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, wait, what? I Give me the whole fucking fight. What are you doing to me? And I became very jaded at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if you still want to watch it, Dragon Ball Z Kai like trims out the fat.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
watch
Dragon Ball
Kai,
Z
it's
Kai.
Dragon Ball without the filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys told me that before, and I tried, and I don't know. Although Krillin's still my homie, my number
Oh,
one.
Krillin, huh?
Krillin.
Oh
Krillin.
shit. I mean, he
Krillin, your
does he
homie.
does
All
get the
right.
girl. He does get the
I
girl.
mean, also Vegeta, but I think Krillin has a higher standing than Vegeta vegetables.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm no, the prince is my character. Like he has the greatest struggle. He goes through the most frustration, even if it's because of himself. He's the Prince of Saiyans, and he has to suffer.
Yeah, he carries
He has
that.
to
He
suffer
carries that.
a commoner like constantly beating him. So
Oh,
he's forced to go through all this development, right, to like make himself better just to keep up with this dude who's like basically genetically made to like win.
okay. Well, to that, I'm representing my homie Krillin. He's a human who's keeping up with Super Saiyans with all these different like,
I wouldn't
what's
say
up.
keeping up though.
He tries. He tries.
He
Hey,
tries.
he does better than Yamcha.
Yamcha.
Okay, everybody does better than
Okay, yeah,
Yamcha.
yeah. Leave Yamcha alone.
Unless it comes to baseball.
Leave Yamcha alone.
Alone. Leave him alone.
Bro.
Uh,
For
All
me,
right.
Future Trunks. I've always been a
Alright,
Future
alright.
Trunks guy. Yeah.
Oh, you're a Trunks guy? Okay, that's
Future
cool.
Trunks.
He could be
Yeah.
my son.
Sarangu.
He could
Yeah,
be my
be my
son.
son.
all, all right, Daddy, go ahead.
Yo, Candy Juku says her mom likes Vegeta for the same reasons, y'all. Right?
That's
Oh,
spot
Nice
on.
Yeah.
woman.
word.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Once again,
So
thank you for being in the chats.
Yeah, you know what,
no,
Candy
it's cool
Juku,
just to hang out.
yeah, thanks, Candy Juku. You are firing up the chats, by the way.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's always good.
Yeah.
It's always good
It's
to see
always
like a
good.
familiar face in the chat. It really changes the energy. I was just telling Joe and or wait, I was telling Joe and
Yes.
Christian.
Hi.
Zip wasn't in the call at the moment. He was still getting home from work or getting ready or whatever. But it really changes the whole feel of a stream when somebody you know comes in and is like really either
Hi.
talkative or just positive or just like interested in the stuff that you're interested in, and it means a lot. It's really cool.
Yep.
So we definitely appreciate you coming
Greatly
through.
appreciate it.
We're having a lot of fun too. By the
Yeah.
way, I caught your comment early. You were talking about Killer Instinct. Now, back in that day, I was on every single 2D fighter, every single one. I would practice my Street Fighter fireballs at home on my D-pad, just one
And then
after
you
the
take
other.
it to the arcade.
And I
I
took
did
it to the
that.
arcade when that was
Yeah.
still a thing. And then we moved up to Mortal Kombat, and then we moved up to after that was pretty much Killer Instinct, honestly. If you go in the line of those three games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a Jago user, Ninja for life, which
Origin.
leads me,
Oh,
which
okay.
leads me into my main topic. So I know I already brought up Ninja Scroll, and a lot of my because that is also like a martial arts move.
Yeah.
They use sword though, right? Or they use like different weapons. The demon used his like rock hard body,
The eight
right?
devils of Timon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that, and like I said, that one actually came in the very first VHS that I watched of anime ever. That's my first taste of anime if you don't include Voltron and Robotech, because that was just on. And like I didn't really pay attention that much anyways because there was a lot of talking and I was a little kid. But that one really, I don't know. For me, watching anime wasn't just about fighting, it was just about cool ass shit. So when I saw Ninja Scroll, like that preceded its time. And just the art and the fluidity of animation and just like the creativity and the darkness in like the storytelling and like how he fights the rock demon, how he fights the shadow demon, like it's all kind of like trope now, that sort of fight, those sort of enemies. But I thought that was the coolest shit ever. I'd never seen anything like that, and it was done with such precision. So you know me, I'm like more of a skill precision type of like character. I like to play those kinds of characters, and that really piqued my interest. I also want to bring up a lesser known anime called Ninja Cadets, which actually was basically Naruto before Naruto, in the way where like that's the first anime that I saw anyone do like the log, like the ninja log poof exchange, and it looked hella cool to me. Like they were doing stuff like that normally, and they did the whole like we're kids in a ninja school and we have to take a test, and it gets like interrupted by like bad guys. They did it before Naruto. And that was like the first time I also saw ninjas using like bombs and stuff like that instead of just like being only assassins in the
Yeah.
feudal era, right? I thought that was cool. Another martial arts anime that really turned me on early was in actually now that I'm remembering it, and you guys will remember this too. It was in that same tape. It was Crying Freeman.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
Hmm.
Crying Freeman.
Crying Freeman
Yeah.
was sick. The the premise of that story was we're following this assassin who was brainwashed to follow this syndicate's orders. If they tell him to go kill, he has to kill. But he knows what he's doing, he just can't control himself.
Yeah, and then
So the
he's
reason they call him
crying.
Crying Freeman is because when he goes to assassinate the his mark, he cries because he doesn't want to be killing people. But he's like the greatest killer known to man. And just the way that they did it, I think anime struck me like honestly at first. I didn't like silly anime, to be honest. I really liked it because they took it seriously, and that it was this other world where, especially as a kid, people were just being straight with you about like how fucked up shit could be, or like dark themes, which when you're a kid, you only people tend to only want to let you watch like cutesy shit or like stuff that's nice, but like gummy bears and shit. You know what I mean? Teddy Ruxpin and all those old things.
Hey,
Yeah, no, I
hey,
mean I'm not
l-
saying it's bad.
leave
It's just
gummy
It's
it
just
bears
keeps
it's just
alone.
they expect us to be that way since when
Right.
we're pretty little at the time and stuff.
right. And this was the
So
coolest shit I had ever seen. So well I can talk about a lot of fighting animes because I was really into that. But like I'll just skip to my favorite now because like those three really did it for me to start me off. Like that really hooked me. We could talk about other genres, but when it comes to like fighting, like ones that were based on fighting, the animation was based off of their fighting, and so those ones did it. My favorite is Hajime no Ippo and everything that has to do with that series. Yep, yep. And hey, guess
Mm,
what? At the time, I was boxing,
yep.
and
yep.
it really lit a fire under my ass, and it really, I want to say like from experience because I did it for 3 years as hard as I could, and I mean that I did it in my like I think I was like 23, so I could just pushed my body, and I had no fear. I was just out there just running, doing every single thing my coach told me. And this is coming off a dude who like went to school for violin, right? Classical music. So I was just in it, and the concepts that they bring up and the moves that they talk about, a lot of stuff in Ipo is like the feel of it, the vibe of it, and even the execution, the analysis, it's all correct. It's really real. Like
Hmm.
Christian will back me up. Christian's a fighter too. So like a lot of the stuff they talk a lot. I'm not
Dempsey
saying all of
rolls.
it,
Yeah.
not all of
Not
it.
all. Not all of it.
A lot of it's
Like.
exaggerated.
Yeah. Like the touching. Like the stomping on the feet stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
That's legit. I mean,
yeah.
that happened.
no.
Well,
It's
shit, that
it's not
happened
it's
in
not legit.
the
It
It
happens. Yeah, people stomp
yeah,
on your
no,
feet.
what's it called? The
it
Pacquiao.
happens, but
Yeah, the
yeah,
Pacquiao fight.
but
Dude,
but
he was doing it on purpose.
it happens a lot between southpaw and orthodox fighters.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
of
Like
course,
feet tangled up between southpaw and orthodox fighters all the time. So
because you literally toe to
you're
toe.
lead putting toe to yeah, you're leading
yeah,
putting feet to feet,
Yeah,
foot to foot,
foot to foot.
yeah,
foot to foot.
But yeah, Hajime no Ippo really did it. Like the cast, the voice acting, the story, the direction, the art, everything, the humor. It was all
Yeah,
there. It was one of the very rare very rare animes that I really loved the filler when there was filler, just
yeah. Actually, it
because
was good.
it was always good. There was never an episode that was not good. You really cared about everybody, and you really like wanted to follow the excitement. You really felt for Ippo because like they didn't really hold back, and it was like, I mean, like it was
yeah.
very real in the way.
And the gazelle punch really, you can incorporate that into mixed martial arts
The
because the
gazelle
gazelle
punch.
punch,
That's
yeah,
pretty much.
because
Isn't that pretty much the
that can
Superman
beat in.
punch?
It's
No,
not a no. It's not a
no, it's
Superman
not a
because it's not
Superman
like
punch.
it
It's a
comes from
different.
below. It's not an overhand.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no, it's not a Superman punch. But you can actually fake a takedown, or you can disguise a gazelle punch instead of making a gazelle punch. You can take them down. So
Oh,
it's the same principles, of a gazelle punch. You do with a takedown. So the best fighter in the world comes from the gym I train at, American Kickboxing Academy. Habib Nurmagomedov. He's the guy. Mainstream people know him as the guy that beat Conor McGregor and jumped out of the cage and started kicking, and started like raging and shit.
Yeah.
But the reason why he's so good is that he is a supreme grappler, ground and pound fighter, and he has this technique where it's the gazelle punch, but it was named after him because his nickname is the Eagle, so it's called the Eagle punch. So like instead of so he does the punch, but he disguises it. So like you prepare yourself to get taken down because you don't want to get taken down by him because people are afraid to get taken down and getting smashed. So he catches people off guard instead of a takedown. He'll land the punch. And that technique. I was like, oh yeah, that's the that's one of the techniques from Ipo. So I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, Kenny Juku just mentioned Xena in Hercules, and I almost died, dude. I loved those shows. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Listen, it was a very cool show, but I'm not gonna lie. As like a dude as like a teenager watching that shit, it was very fan servicey, and I appreciated that back in that day. But also, it was really cool. Kevin Sorbo, let's go.
oh yeah, I remember like just watching. Those were the shows I would have in the background while doing homework. Like,
Actually, I would say the most goated actor slash actress, whoever of those two series is Alan Tudyk. You guys know who that is?
Yes, he's the one in the Resident Alien,
He's
right?
also Wash. No, he's Wash
He's
in.
Walsh. Yeah,
He's
in
yeah, he's Wash in Firefly.
Firefly. Correct.
He's in a ton of shit, dude. He's
He's the voice of Hey Hey,
is
the chicken
Yep.
from Moana.
Moana.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
the chicken.
Yep. He's a
Yeah,
chicken.
but he's an incredible actor and also seems like a cool dude. Anyways, I digress. So Hajime no Ippo, number one in my book.
Number
And
one.
in fact, I'm probably gonna rewatch it. I'm probably gonna
oh yeah,
rewatch
you're
it.
right. He is there as an alien guy.
Oh,
Yep.
oh
Good,
yeah,
se-
He
oh,
good,
is.
good series,
Yep.
by the way. I'm a fan of it.
It's fun. It's a fun show.
all
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna give it up.
On me now.
You next to me.
Next to me. All right. Well, one for sure be same as you, Hajime Ippo. Um, Other one would probably be
By the way, I fight like Miyata, like exactly like
yeah.
Miyata. That's my
Oh
style.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
The,
knew
yeah.
that
the
was
one that
part of you
the
in
one
the
that
park.
brought me up
I'm better
stuff
now than I was then, bro.
with
One of
growing up
these
with
days.
Christian stuff and watching pretty much half most of the animes and stuff I am watching was came out was with Christian because he's the one that had all
Yeah, it
the
was mostly
animes
in my house.
where I
Yeah,
didn't really have that many as
like
so
you and your
yeah.
brother and Kramer.
So
Yeah.
two that really fun to me was Street Fighter 2V, Street Fighter the most picture those two itself. Other one, Ronin Kenshin.
Oh yeah.
You can technically put that in martial arts. That he's pretty much short style in certain ways of wrist blade. Uh,
Hiten Mitsurugi style.
I don't know. The last season was kind of weird.
The the
yeah,
the,
Started
yeah,
to fall
the
but
off.
speed of God. The son. No,
and
behold the son of God.
Oh, the guy with the
last and
gunpowder
not
sword.
least itself, Fist of the North Star.
Oh yes, 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 yes. That
Yeah,
is
There, I know there's another person left. There's an anime I'm thinking of, and I'll be surprised if nobody brings it up.
this is North Star. Rao the Conqueror is one of the best villains.
Mm.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where
There's a few. There's like
isn't that
other
where
ones.
the most popular meme comes from? Mo Shindeiru. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're already dead.
You're already dead.
You're already dead. Yep,
Nani?
you're already dead. Um, you should watch. There's an anime series, a side anime series about Rao the Conqueror's rise to power.
Rao,
There
rao,
is.
rao, rao.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I
Hmm,
did.
Very interesting.
tight.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Huh. All right then.
yeah. It's like you see,
Yeah,
like,
those are main
oh,
ones
God.
I grew up building and learning, and fond memories itself was those ones right there. Cosplayed as Kenshin. Wait, was it 2018? 2017. I did
2017,
what?
2017. Because I
I got my bushy
remember.
with
Oh,
the bushy eyes.
Yeah,
oh,
'cause
Jesus,
I
yeah.
remember because yeah, we went in two separate cars. We left at two separate times.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
you and
Wait,
Joe, and then me and
was
Alan.
oh, I was gonna say RiverCon, but I guess that's different.
That's different. Yeah.
Me and
Sando.
That
Christian,
was it that
was it
that
the
was
year that
the
that wasn't the year that me and Christian drove up parallel with the river. That's
oh
what we
no
call
no
RiverCon.
no
No.
No, because that was before we had the crew with it. That
yeah,
was just
that was just you
the,
two.
the
Yeah.
first two sack animes was just me and Joe.
Hmm.
Scouting it pretty much.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
and
the
then
first one I
then I
think
think
I
I caught
went
wind of
to
it. I'm like,
was
I'm going.
yeah.
yeah. Was it the first one or the second one I went to? That's when we actually met Kanijuku
Well, she
itself.
actually, if you look back in the
I
chat,
believe
she
she
said it
says
was 2017.
2016. Oh,
No, I'm
17?
trying to remember like which one I went to, if it was the first SAC anime I went to or was the second SAC anime I went to
I
that
think
I
that
met
was
her.
my. I think that was my.
I think it was my second.
I want to say yeah. I want to say it was the second SAC anime that I went to. We
Yeah.
met down. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we met
SAC
down in that
Winter 2017. Yeah.
that area because she was like getting pictures taken
Hmm.
and
And we're just chilling there at the bar, just drinking and
oh yeah,
yeah,
we were
just
just
chilling out.
chilling. That's
Yeah, I
right.
was
That
doing
was
yeah.
the
in
photo shoot
Winter
2017.
at the time.
2017. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
I was doing the photo
Hmm.
shoot with what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. Oda. He was doing
Oda.
a photo shoot and she was
Yep.
waiting for him. I was like, "Hey, while you wait, we can do a photo shoot." And I think that's history right there.
Oh, that
Yep.
was her fourth SAC anime.
Her
Okay,
fourth.
so she was there when you guys were scouting it out.
Yeah.
Cool. Joe might have even taken a picture with her when you were just doing casuals.
Yeah,
Mm,
probably. I also
maybe.
have like a weird
She
history of
did.
like running into
Uh,
really popular cosplayers and not knowing who they are.
Oh yeah, like Vampy bite me. I was like, "Hey, can I take a picture?" And everybody's like, "You don't know who she is?" I'm like, "Meh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool."
I'm just like trying to get a drink, you know what I mean? And they're like at the bar next to me. I'm like, hey, what's up? And then
so,
they end up being like somebody very popular. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Didn't
Sorry.
know.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was also the SAC anime. Like SAC anime 2017 was the SAC anime. Alan actually got me drunk in the morning. Like, well, we
In
were
the
at the
morning.
bar.
Yeah.
We were at the bar in the morning, and it was like, oh,
Yep.
We had a good time.
yeah.
We had a really good time.
Yeah. Good
I don't
memories.
remember the rest of the
As
day.
Candy Juku just said, yep. Good memories there. Yep.
Good
Very
Yeah,
memory.
good.
I don't
Times.
remember the rest of the day after drinking in the morning. Right
You're
then,
not
yeah.
supposed to. You're just supposed to be drunk
Yeah,
again at that time.
I
you
don't
woke
remember the
up,
rest of the day.
you had a drink, the rest of the day was awesome. End of story.
Was that the time we brought the filter for smoking weed in the room? We were
Yes.
Joe brought
Yeah,
the
Yeah, Joe
Yes.
Prometheus
introduced that.
filter.
I
Joe
brought the
introduced
filter
that.
grenade. Yeah.
That was tight.
Yep, the filter
It was a good
grenade.
time.
Yep.
So hotel, we didn't do that
Sure.
at all.
Nope.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh no, I mean, allegedly.
No.
Alleged.
No.
Yeah.
This
Allegedly.
is the rumors that were going around.
It's just allegedly stories. Nothing's concrete and anything. It's just allegedly stuff.
Candy Juku says she met Christian SAC Anime Winter 2018.
Well, there we
Yeah.
go. 20.
Yeah.
Wait, 20. Was it that far
Boom.
back? I don't know.
Lawyered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
have to
was.
go.
It
It
was the
was.
year after. It was the year after.
I don't know. I have to go through my photos.
I remember because I was cosplaying. I was in my Persona cosplay.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh,
Yeah. Persona 5 was hot at the time.
Yep. She's
Persona
in her
5.
Princess Celestia. Yep.
Oh yeah, Zip. I totally interrupted you, right? As I normally do.
I I don't know where off. As usual.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite?
Fist of the North Star.
Oh, you got to the end already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raoul the Conqueror.
Yeah. Yeah. And you went off the tangent with all this other stuff. Then Raw the Conqueror, a series or show that his upbringing was it?
And then
Yeah.
His rise
So
to power.
the rise to power. Yeah. Then we
yeah,
go
for
off to Joe.
So I'm gonna say we saw her on 2016. I have photos
Ooh.
and I have it
Yes.
listed here in my photos
Did she
of
know
her.
you were taking those photos? Just kidding.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is we're in the little grotto area
That
of
was
below the bar.
2016.
Yeah,
Yeah, below the
that was
bar.
2016.
Well, technically,
She was
Oh,
it was her
technically it's 2016, but it's technically winter 2017.
I remember she
I
had a
just
staff.
yeah.
I just have winter 16.
Okay.
Yes, it's a uh humanized version of the Pokemon Sylveon.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. A lot of people were doing really creative stuff with all the EVs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a Leafeon. I think I took a picture of that sack as well. So the fighting games, or not fighting games, but fighting enemies or martial arts enemies, I was gonna cover was, I didn't think about it. I kind of thought about it, and then Alan already called it out while I was waking up from a stupor. Was Hajime no Ippo. Um, that's a great
Who
one.
could go wrong with that, dude?
I definitely let that one go because I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted to. I bought the DVD box set, but it was only the first half, so I never really got to progress further in
Did you watch the
than.
movie?
No, I didn't watch. Wait, is this the
Oh,
fight
it's
against what's his name? God, the one that everybody cheers for, and he does the super smash where he goes really low
oh
and comes back up. Right? That's the
Sendo.
movie. Yeah, Sendo. That's the movie, right? If so, then
Uh,
yes.
I is
You're
that the
supposed to buy
movie?
us a
No, no, no,
Nintendo?
no, no, no,
no,
no,
I
No,
no,
think
no,
no.
that's
no,
the TV
That's
no.
not the
show.
movie.
That's still in the TV
I'm not gonna
show.
say I'm not gonna say what the movie is because it kind of like takes away from like the journey. But like I don't know, man. If you want to start it up, I'm gonna watch it too. It's
Yeah,
good
I'll probably
because
have to jump back
it
on it.
leaves him off, right? The
Yeah.
series leaves him off somewhere, and the movie takes him there. And then
Okay.
there's another series afterwards where it continues.
Yeah, I wanted to buy the other half of that DVD box, but it's like over $100. So yeah, no, I'm not. I only have the first half, which is like 8 DVDs. Um,
So, Joe, maybe we do a Discord watch party with all of
Probably.
us later.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
probably have to do that. So my martial arts, or at least one of them, is Kenichi, the mightiest disciple. Or there's many different names for it, like the greatest
Yeah,
disciple, my
that's
strongest disciple.
all I remember
So
from that is fan service, fan service, fan service.
well, I mean, obviously that's half of why he stays at that school and takes all that punishment. Um, the main character is a 15-year-old high schooler. He gets bullied at school, and he wants to be strong. He tries to join the karate club, but the karate club is filled with delinquents, and they bully him out pretty much. Like you're technically part of this, but we're gonna make you clean the floors, clean up the mats. You're our punching dummy. And he's like, "Fuck this! I want to be strong, not being just fucking smacked around." So he meets a transfer student, which is the main character's like love interest in the anime. But she's part of a martial arts school, and so like she fights off the bullies for a moment, and then he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Can you teach me?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." Brings her back to her place. Kind of teaches them. But this house, this her residence, also holds like six great masters. I'm trying to remember all of them. I know one is a Kempo karate master. One is a Muay Thai master.
Mhm.
Um,
Wow.
Shit, I'm trying to remember the other ones. There's like I think
There's
a weapons expert.
weapons expert, and I think a hapkido or
Let me see real quick. Karate, Muay Thai.
I think a keto
Cobra
Uh,
master.
Kai vibes nice.
Oh yeah,
weapons master, jujitsu master,
jujitsu,
Oh,
and
jujitsu.
Chinese kempo.
Japanese jujitsu. Yeah,
Yeah. So he gets to learn from all of them, and they wreck him. But he's getting
pretty
pretty
much
much,
every single time he gets. You need to
yeah.
train. All right, you're training with this person today, and they just throw him around and wreck him the
They
whole
wreck him.
entire
But
every single
he's
training
getting wrecked
session.
by
Wrecked.
masters, so he's going to be learning eventually.
Yeah,
Um, it's a fun anime. I mean, yeah, there's the fan service of the girl. She's got the booty, the titties. So
it's a
yeah,
fact of life.
yeah, it's going to happen. It's anime. Um, I wanted to talk about Grappler Baki, the OVA, but Christian has taken care of that. I don't really.
You
I
continue.
mean, I mean,
Give your take on it.
Yeah,
reg,
right. Yeah,
no,
It's
well, regular.
this is
Okay,
a
so
safe space.
regular. This is a safe
the
space.
same
Um,
place, same place, guys. And
the
but
series
Christian, yeah, you
Baki,
do
I'm
need to
not a big
watch
fan.
Cobra Kai the rest of the seasons.
Yes, yes.
I
The series Bucky, I'm not a big fan too. I agree with that.
it's the art style is different. I think the original OVA just hits different. It's a cleaner anime style. It's more of what more pace of what I like. Um, the fight scenes are a lot more cleaner and cut.
Yeah. The, speaking of
I
cut,
think there's
the cord cutter,
oh yeah,
cord
where he
cutter.
pulls
Oh, that one,
the cords.
cord
Yeah,
Yeah,
cutter. Yeah,
I mean
that was a crazy
those were
one. Yeah.
really clean fights, great fights. They don't drag on, and like I don't know, for the series Baki, he's it's a little too much for me. Yeah, it's too much. Um, so yeah, that's Baki for me. Um, the other anime, if you want martial arts swordplay, is Samurai Champloo. And the reason why I bring this one up
Hmm.
is because it's
I
the
forgot
same
about
fight
that one.
director as Cowboy Bebop.
yep.
So if you like Cowboy Bebop's martial arts fight scenes, the fluidity of the movements, the
And
angles that they're
styles
cutting it
and
at,
yeah.
right? And on top of that, it's laid down on sweet tracks from Ninja Bees, rest in peace.
Oh,
Yep.
Siba.
Um,
Rest in peace, Siba.
so
I have that soundtrack still to this day.
same here. I bump
Yep.
it at work, and people look at me. Um, so it's a story about a girl. She's looking for the samurai that smells of sunflowers, and in her journey, she meets with Mugen, who's a he's the freestyle style fighter. He's more of a intuition type of fighter. Like he feels for the fight, right? And you have Jin, who's more of the classically trained fighter, right? And so you have that duality of this freestyle and classical. And thinking back and looking at it now, you listen to Nujabes, you got these, freestyling beats with some like, structured setups. So the music matches with the style of the anime. Um, and it's a journey of them two, fighting each other, fighting other people. Great swordplay, like I said. If there's one thing if you want to pick up, it's very short, only one season. It's what I forget, like 12 episodes, I think, right? It was very
Yeah,
short.
it's short. Yeah,
Um, and I do like my short animes because once it's stretched into the hundreds, I start to get lazy. Um,
for sure.
yeah, Ipo's great. I fell in love with the Ipo because it's the I'm weak, or I believe I'm weak, and there's the inner potential that comes out, and that's a lot of the sports enemies as well. I mean, like Yawa Pedal, kid thinks he's weak. He finds out like, oh, I do have this great power. I just don't know how to harness it. Um, Yu Yu Hakusho, I kind of they did have a tournament arc, so I'm gonna throw that in there. The demon tournament
Well,
arc. So
Yu
Yu Yu
Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho
Hakusho,
is definitely martial arts anime. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that in the
yeah.
martial arts section. Um, let's see what else is there. I think that's pretty much
Your
my
take on.
fighting enemies at least. I
All
mean,
right.
like there's a lot of other ones. It's fighting sprinkled in. not necessarily fighting is the ultimate focus.
No one's
So
focused.
I
Yeah.
can't really I can
Yeah.
they could be honorable mentions, but other than that, they're not considered in my brain a fighting anime or martial arts anime. Oh, Rama one half. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I was waiting for
I
you. I
was
was
waiting for
I
that
I knew
was
one.
you were
you.
gonna bring that
I was
shit.
I knew you
waiting
were
you.
talking about that off
I
screen,
was waiting. Yep.
off, off
Yeah.
screen. So I knew you. I was waiting for that to come in.
So, growing up, I didn't get to watch it during its heyday when it first came out. The only time I ever got to watch it, and this is going back to the whole VHS times of "Hey, you got that VHS tape? Let me borrow it." We end up getting a VHS tape of "Ni Hao My Concubine,"
Ooh.
the movie,
Yep.
not subbed, not dubbed. So I'm looking at, you know, Rama one half characters in bikinis. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I don't know what's going on, but it's cool. But recently I finally took it upon myself to watch all of it from the OVA all the way through their whole TV series run, and it
Good
is
stuff.
definitely it's fun. It's a fun anime. Um, little too much on the supernatural side of it of the
Yes.
fighting
But
genre.
Ryoga's my jam. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Toe Jam.
And Earl, yeah, Toe Jam and Earl. That's a good video game.
That
Hell
game
yeah,
was a hit.
right? Um, so if you want a little bit of backstory on Rama one half, Rama and his father are on a martial arts journey to train. They go to China and they go to train at this Mystic Springs, and these there's like multiple pools of water, but it is imbued with a creature that has died what like 10,000 years ago, right? Or is it 1,000 years ago? So is whatever died there, um, whatever falls into it becomes that. So if it, let's say, a pig dies in that pool, you'll become a pig or a panda. The father and son are fighting, and they're fighting on like tall bamboo, like old school like kung fu movies.
Yep.
They're on the
The
tops of
polls.
the bamboo, yeah, the poles, and they fall in. Rama falls into a pool that a girl has died. The father fell into a pool that a panda has died, and
Tragically,
yeah,
tragically,
yeah,
the tour guide
tragically, that's
always
true.
says tragically.
Yeah. So now you have this character who's a guy in a girl's body, or vice versa. Not well, he's not a girl in the guy's body. And the way to change back and forth, they figured out it's hot water, cold water. Hot water will bring out the boy. Cold water will bring out the girl, right? But no,
Yeah,
no.
I think it was
Hot
the
water
other
will
way
bring out the
around.
guy. Yeah,
yeah.
hot water
Hot
bring out
water
guy
brings out the guy. Cold water brings out the
because
girl.
she always falls
The curse.
in the pool,
You know,
and then you can
whatever
change
they,
the color.
yeah, whatever they fell into the spring will turn them to what they fell into. So
So they come back to Japan to stay at the father's homie. So they go over there, right? He has three daughters, and he's like, "Yeah, so your son is to be betrothed to one of my daughters," and they don't like each other at all. She's very tomboy. Like, why do I have to be, assigned to a dude? I want to pick my own partner. Yak yak yak. So you have the internal struggle between those two. But they do care for each other. They don't want to be real with themselves and say like, you know what? I don't know if it's in the movies, if they finally like get rid of that feelings, but when I was watching the series, they had that love hate relationship, you know. Um, so she's a fighter as well. It goes through a whole slew of school members that are fighters as well.
that like
There's
either one of them. Yeah, some people that like them
yeah,
that like them. Yeah, people like
uh,
Akane. People like boy Ranma. People like girl
Bro
Ranma.
Rama.
Yeah,
Yeah, like bro, it's just Rama with red hair and like eyeshadow and boobs. Like, come on, get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, they also deal with like mysticism and stuff like that. Like, um,
I think
Well, I mean,
Moose is a spiritualist, right?
Moose is the weapons
Oh, the
expert.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
he has the weapons like hidden in his sleeves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's the weapons guy who turns
I know who
into a.
you're talking about. The guy with the candles on the candles on his head. I know. I think
Oh,
I
that
know.
that dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot his name. No, but I'm talking about like the mirror that sends them back in time.
Oh,
Um, there's that ghost cat that's trying to marry whoever, he's trying to like marry girl Rama, or you know whatever.
The
But yeah.
Hawaiian dude. Don't forget about the
Oh
Hawaiian dude. The Hawaiian teacher.
no, he's not Hawaiian. He's Japanese, and he just took on the Hawaiian persona, and it's garbage. It's so
I,
garbage.
I
Like
I mentioned that because I knew that would trigger Joe.
trigger.
I knew
Trigger,
that would trigger
trigger.
him.
Yeah, no, the accent. But I watched it in dub, so his accent is horrible. He keeps saying the word keikis and wahines. I'm like, okay, no, dude,
oh.
you're killing it. Stop it. No, shh, just lie down. Shh, no. Um, everybody has almost a different fighting style. But yeah,
Oh,
one
oh.
half.
Did you guys ever play the Super Nintendo game?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought it was good, but the only thing I didn't like was to jump. You actually had to press a button.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather
You don't
jump
not the up
by
arrows.
pressing
You gotta
the
actually press a
directional pad.
button and go. And goes.
Yeah, I hate finding games that have that mechanic. Like if I want to jump, I just want to like press up or diagonal. So not just press a. You can't. Yeah, you don't have to jump to press a button. But anyway, yeah.
Uh, one more I'm gonna throw out there for martial arts. I don't know if it's gonna count. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wait. You count this? No, I am not counting this for martial arts.
Really?
He's
It's
doing it too.
They use
Okay,
their
okay.
stands the whole time.
Are you sure?
I mean, like, okay, how much
I'll
hand to hand fighting? Well, okay,
There's
in
an
oh,
in
actual
one
oh, oh,
fighting
in one
game.
arc there was a lot of hand to hand fighting, but in
okay.
every other arc there was a lot of stand using.
Okay. I'm
You,
I'm, I'm listening.
you feel me? It's like saying the Bount arc in Bleach was
Was
martial
a
arts.
vampire the
Well,
bounce or was a vampire?
I'm surprised
You mean the
Christian didn't
vampire
mention
bounce
Bleach.
aka bounce? Well,
Okay,
because
so
I don't count Bleach as a fighting anime because they're using weapons. But
am I
I'm
shot?
letting whatever I know I'm letting that
it's
go.
a it's a
Oh, you're
martial
letting.
arts
It's still a
anime.
martial arts.
Martial arts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
using a sword is a
There's
martial art.
martial arts that are
Yeah.
just regular
Yeah, but
fighting.
I'm just saying there's martial arts anime, but there's samurai anime. So I just wanted to separate the genres. But yeah, go ahead.
You
No,
you
go
can't
ahead.
deny
Go ahead.
you
Go
can't
ahead.
deny that a weapon
Yeah,
is
okay,
is
yeah,
still
yeah,
part of
yeah.
martial arts.
Okay, it's martial arts. Yeah, yeah, very good. You're good. Good.
So so is
Jesus.
so is your so is your
You're
fist as
good.
a martial art, as a
You're good.
weapon. Okay. No, I'm gonna throw out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes, the first story arc, definitely fisticuffs and solar power energy. Same as story arc 2 when they go to New York, or at least get Joe. Is it no? Not Joe Taro. The
No,
one
it's
before Joe Taro. Joseph. Is it not Joseph? Is it
no, no,
Joseph
no,
Joestar?
no, no. Joseph Joestar's the first one.
Joseph is the first one.
It's Josuke. No, that's the fourth one.
Josuke is
The fourth
the,
one.
Ye- yes, third, fourth, correct.
Yeah,
That's Diamond's Unbreakable, I believe.
yeah. Uh, it's not
The
Jotaro because he's the third one
He's
with
third.
the
That's
he's the
Stardust Crusaders.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
him.
the one
Who?
before him, who's old Grandpa Joe, practically in the
Right.
end. Oh my God!
Holy shit,
Oh
dude!
no!
Grandpa Joe was dope.
But yeah, no. So you have physical martial arts, and um, in the second one also, but it's more in this into more sunshine power. Yes, in Arc 3 and beyond, it's their stance. But
I
when
guess
you
you're
think
right.
about,
Yeah,
yeah,
the first two was a lot of hand to hand.
um also think about your martial arts, you're pretty much fighting technique to technique and using your powers to the best of your abilities, right?
Okay,
Now,
okay.
if you're
Okay.
using
All right.
your stance, would that be considered as a person using a weapon? And
Okay.
they
Okay.
grow stronger the more they learn and use their powers.
So, okay, wait, but we're getting into a dangerous area. That means mecha anime is also martial arts.
Yeah,
Well,
you're. Well,
there
you're.
is hold on. There is a mecha fighting anime which is Gundam, G Gundam.
Right.
See,
That's not,
yeah, but
that has nothing to do with
that's a different genre.
politics. It's fighting. It's a fighting anime, and then they do incorporate martial art techniques in it.
We
Yeah,
we
yeah, that's
to be
going out of.
honest, we never actually defined the bounds of
Martial
martial
arts anime.
arts, fighting, all that stuff. We could have said hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, if we want to go
We could have
fisticuffs,
said
then
hand-to-hand, or we could have said armed. We could have actually like made it a thing. But I see where your point lies.
Well, because all right, so guys, I suggested this
As the
episode
host,
because I
Okay.
let's have some clarification as since he's the host.
okay, so let me clarify this. I used to read An America magazine. I was a subscriber to that, regular subscriber, until they stopped producing An America magazines back in the mid 2000s. So one of the issues that they would have, well, they would have an issue every month to a theme. So back in 1998, they had an issue called martial arts anime, and then they would have an issue called samurai anime, and they would have an issue called mecha anime. So that's where I'm basing it off of.
Okay.
Now, if you want to just lump it all into martial arts, then go ahead, I'll allow it. But I just personally, that's what I'm getting it off of, from just traditional martial arts anime.
Okay.
Okay.
So
okay.
that means out of the ones I said, martial arts will only apply. It wouldn't apply to Ninja Cadets. It wouldn't apply to Ninja Scroll technically, but it
Yeah.
would apply to Crying Freeman, and it
Yes,
would it would apply to Hajime no Ippo.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Say for
okay,
me,
Joe. Based off,
Ronin Kenshi would not fall into mine. Ronin Kenshi would be more
yeah.
in that
But you know what?
samurai
Since we've
category.
already talked about it, I mean, it's cool. I mean, this is a safe space. We're all, So, in saying that, What's your favorite Naruto fight scene? Naruto Shippuden. And I know Joe hasn't
I,
seen Naruto Shippuden, so I'll allow him to include Naruto.
Rock Lee versus God, what is
Gara.
his name? Gara.
Gara. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Like,
Hard to
Rock
beat.
Lee all
Hard to
day.
beat. Damn, that's a very difficult question for me. Oh my god. I really like the fight between who the fuck was it? Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go back to, but you said Shippuden. So if I were to say non-Shippuden, I would say the fight between Sasuke and Orochimaru at first. The first.
Oh, you can, if you can. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to, you can go back to not Naruto. Okay,
But
so your favorite fight in the Naruto series period,
yeah.
not counting Boruto, because
What,
I
Oh,
haven't
Burrito?
caught up to Boruto yet. I've only seen
I
like
haven't watched
20
much of
episodes.
any of them.
I'm
So
only like 20 episodes into Boruto, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
and
would
I
not
love
know
that
to go
a
far
to
lot
in.
San
happens
Jose and
and
get a
stuff. Yeah.
burrito.
So like the thing about Boruto is it kind of follows the vibe of Dragon Ball Super, sort of, in the way where they don't hold back from the fighting animation. Like that's what I really appreciate about
Oh
Boruto.
yeah, yeah, I could tell.
They really go in. They don't hold back on the frames. They really do it, and they make it high quality all the time, which is what I really love. And that's what I loved about watching Naruto, the original Naruto, is eventually they would get to the point where you knew, right? Like, oh, this is a big boss fight. Like the real, like the smooth, nice looking animation is about to come out, and they've been doing this forever, right? That's
Yeah.
we're always waiting for that boss fight so we can get some
The
badass looking
the
shit.
the problem with Naruto is like the fillers at the end of that series was like the bad guy of the week was like, oh, you're misunderstood like I was, and then it goes back to Naruto on in that swing looking at his classmates alone in that swing. It's like how many frames, how many times did they reference that frame of animation throughout the whole series?
It's true. Okay,
It's like
Yeah.
Shippuden.
yeah,
Shippuden, I would have to say just because it's my boy, I like the Deidara encounters.
Deidara. Oh,
I like
the work of
Deidara.
art, the work of art, huh?
He's sick, bro. Like, I don't know, there was something about him that was like, ooh, I know he's a bad guy. I really like him as a bad guy. You know what I mean? It's hard to write a bad guy that people are actually going to be like, ooh, that dude's hella sick, even though he's kind of a dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just had a lasting impression on me. And like, I don't know, I had a chance to play Naruto Ninja Storm 4 for the first time.
Oh,
Immediately picked Deidara.
Ninja Storm. Which one? Part Ninja
The last one.
Storm.
The last one.
Okay, yes, that's the best one. That's the best one. Ninja Storm 4. All right.
Well, I
So
guess if you're gonna strip it down to just hand-to-hand combat, I've only got Rama one half and Kenichi. If you
oh,
really want to
wait,
break it down,
That
wait.
makes sense.
because if you want
Sorry,
to,
sorry to cut you off, Joe, but Zip hasn't given his
oh,
input on his
sorry,
favorite.
I don't really watch Naruto.
Have you seen any like clips?
No, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. The one that with the controls the shadow.
Oh, Shikamaru, like my other
Shikamaru.
The guy
favorite
that's just like
character.
pretty
Yeah,
much lazy or very strategic and lazy kind of thing.
but he's a genius.
He's a genius. Lazy,
Yeah.
but then he's a genius on a lot of stuff. So
Well, you
pretty
know
much
what?
most of the fights that he's
His
always been in, I enjoy watching
his
him.
his
I like it
thinking
too.
actually is his thinking is actually true with a lot of companies. A lot of companies when they interview someone, um, like his philosophy works like even in the real world. um the point is to work smarter and not harder. So his thinking is actually so true in the real world because
I mean,
companies aren't
if
looking for the guy that's gonna like just gonna follow. They want a guy to actually think outside of the box and think the best way to solve a problem.
yeah,
So
that's what Mark or Bill Gates said in his. He's like, I want, yeah, I can have a guy that's smart and whatnot, but I want a guy who's lazy. The reason why, because he'll find the fastest and pretty much cut all the fat to get to do his job so he can go and kick back. I
yeah,
want that
like
guy.
Yeah.
I want to reference like my favorite Will Smith movie. I know we're talking about anime, but my favorite Will Smith movie is The Pursuit of Happiness.
It's a good one.
And
Never seen it.
Mm,
It's really good.
like if you're
very good.
feeling down about life and you want to pick me up,
When you were
and
not.
yeah, watch that movie because it'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel inspired. But like he in the movie in the movie he and it's based on a true story by the way. um he has to intern. He hasn't even gotten the job yet, and all these interns that he's up against are working overtime extra hours to get their work done, and he doesn't even have a place to stay. He's raising his son and they're living in a shelter, and so he has to get his work done in a timely manner so he can have enough time to take the bus, pick up his kid from the babysitter, or from the that school, that
The
babysitter place
school,
that, yeah.
your
and
school and
then
stuff.
and
Yeah.
then and then like try to be early enough to get into the shelter because they were living in the shelter, and you have to be in line early to go to the shelter.
To get
Otherwise,
to be able to get
otherwise,
in,
yeah, to get in.
it's
Otherwise,
first
you,
come
you
first
won't be
serve.
able. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't make it. So, that's one of the things. And at the end of the movie, when they had to take their test, he finished everything, and he was actually the first one he was the first one that left because he had to pick up his son. And then the other guy that finished the test, he's like, "Oh, you have to leave early? You have a thing. How far did you get? Oh, I finished it. Oh, me too." And then there's like, what did you think about what was that line, Alan? What did you think about the written part in the back? That kind of stumped me. And then his classmates, like his coworkers, like, there was an essay in the back, and then he runs back.
Oh.
He runs back to finish it. So yeah, yeah. Sorry to lay off of a tangent on your point. I wanted to just make a point on that thinking, Joe.
Nice.
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 Go ahead, Joe. Finish your thought.
What thought? Oh no.
See, exactly.
No. Well, like you're saying that if you want to go straight to hand combat, it was Kenichi and Rama one half. I mean, you could also throw
Yeah,
Yu Yu Hakusho in there,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Because
you
they
Okay,
you
do have
so
hand
Hakusho.
ham.
Okay, sure.
yeah, so
Um,
personally, I want to say my favorite fight scene in Naruto Shippuden was uh dude, my favorite fight scene was Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance.
Oh my god,
Like the animation was so good.
that was nuts.
Um, dude, I like the fact that the camera focused on Madara's eyes, like when he was using the shotting gun to go up against the Alliance. That was pretty cool. That was that like it. Madara was hyped up throughout the whole anime. He was hyped up throughout the whole anime, and when he finally made his appearance, it was worth it. Like
Yeah,
all that. Like I'm not talking about like the his later transformation, but like the Madara Uchiha that you see. That
dude,
I thought that was badass.
he was like the Naruto version of Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely, so badass, so badass,
Sephiroth. Okay.
and he not only summoned meteor, he not only like summoned the meteor like Nagato, but he summoned another one on top of that.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah, that battle was so epic. Oh, that was nuts, dude.
yeah. All right. All right. So I guess we talked about our favorite fights. Now, go ahead, Joe.
no, I was gonna say since we're talking about
Exactly.
Naruto, uh, who's your favorite character and who do you think you would be in the Naruto
Ooh,
universe?
I love this question.
And you
Question?
can also kind of suggest if they want ask one of us who do you think they are. Like if Alan's like, oh Joe, what do you think I would be? You
Uh-huh,
can also
uh-huh.
ask that question as well.
That
And
would
we're
be
asking.
mine.
Well, I want to
If
ask.
you don't
I
if
want
you
to
don't
I
ask
know
don't really
who
Riku
much
as
watch
well.
Naruto, so I don't really know many characters or anything. So, who do you guys
Hmm.
think I would be?
Okay, who would Zip be?
the main character, of course.
We talked about this actually.
Yeah, we did.
We're all the supporting characters.
We're all
Um,
supporting characters in
All the
Zip's
sporting
anime.
characters. There we go. Done.
I mean, okay, so who would you think fits Zip's personality and style and train of thought? I guess is the way to think about it that way.
Hmm. I think let's see, who could we match with Zip? Damn. Zip is actually like a really good soldier. You know what I mean? Like Zip, honestly, anytime I've ever been in any situation at all with Zip, it's like when the cards are down, when the chips are down, if you need Zip to like come through and do
Yeah.
something, he does it.
So like the Hound clan, I forgot his name, but the character
Clandor
from
or
yeah,
Sandor Clegane.
yeah, Sandor Clegane, yeah, the Hound. No, no, the guy that comes from the yeah, the I guess the Wolf Clan.
Wolf Clan? Oh, Akamaru?
Yeah, Akumaru. There we go.
Okay, Maru.
Yeah,
Akamaru?
Hmm.
Oh, I really like Akamaru actually.
Yeah.
I think Zip, if he was a bad guy, he would be Zabuza.
Zabuza.
Who's that?
very
Who's
Okay.
Zabuza?
yeah, very he's very Zabuza is very he's still popular to this day.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
Even though he's in the very first big arc on not on Naruto, he's still popular.
he's got one
Mm-hmm.
of the famous um,
Swords.
yeah,
Seven
swords.
Swordsmen of the Mist. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
that guy. Okay.
As in, well, if we're thinking about like, Konoha or whatever, and the surrounding villages, damn, dude, who would he be? He actually might be Kabuto because I know Zip likes to study people, and that's
Okay.
all Kabuto did was study people. Mm.
Christian, what about you?
Oh, so much, but I mean,
Candy
I
Juka
love my
says
boy.
Toby because he's kind of actually she's right because Toby's a jokester.
Yeah, he
Okay.
is.
All right.
All right,
That's
all
a good
right.
one.
Okay. Okay.
What were you saying,
Christian.
Christian?
Oh, you know what?
He.
I would have to say I would be honestly my favorite character is Nagato, but I think I'm more like either Rock Lee or Guy.
Ah, I see. That
But
makes
even
sense.
though my favorite character though is Nagato or AKA Pain, I like Pain, but
Yeah, you do.
um yeah, I like the struggle. Um, but yeah, it's gotta be Rock Lee or Guy. But honestly, I was you know what? No. As far as trying to learn everything I can be, I want to say the second Hokage, Tobirama.
Oh, oh
Okay.
shit! Wait, is that the Lightning Hokage?
Yeah, he's the one with the head plate.
Sick.
The brother of
Oh, the
Hashirama.
brother, the
Yeah,
brother.
he's the brother of Hashirama.
Huh. I my actually, you know what's funny? My favorite two characters in the original Naruto were Temari and Shikamaru, and they end up getting together.
They end up getting, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking dope. Shikamaru was my first favorite character, obviously after Sasuke, who I'm just an edge lord to be honest. Like I fucking like all the cool boys and shit. But like, yeah, aside from the main, Sasuke and Naruto, I'm not like tortured enough to go for to be like a Sasuke to be honest. But definitely like Shikamaru is really my vibe just because he's laid back. He's got like a smart tongue. He's kind of sarcastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really like his vibe. Other than that, I also really like Akamaru because I can be like that too. I'm just kind of like, yeah, let's go, like that kind of guy. Um, but if you want to really expand it out, I don't know. Oh, Zip might actually be like Killer B too, because Killer B's ridiculous and Zip's ridiculous sometimes. Um, of the extended characters, man, it's really hard to say. I would definitely not be like a Gara. I would because he's like so serious all the time. You know
That's
what
an
I mean?
edge lord.
That's big edgelord vibes.
Yeah, but Gaara's he's so serious, but he drops a lot of knowledge too.
Mm. Maybe I would say I would see maybe myself as a Kakashi only because I'm a teacher and Kakashi's a teacher. He's a mentor, or maybe Jiraiya because I'm also kind of ridiculous, but Jiraiya is also a mentor, and
Hmm.
that's where I'll stop. That's where I'll stop.
Yeah, that's where you'll stop
Yeah.
because there's other things.
All right. My favorite is Rock Lee. Uh, the struggle that he has. I think it's awesome that he can. You know what? This falls back on Krillin because he doesn't have well, Krillin has powers, but he's not born innate into any power.
Right. He's not a
Yeah,
Rock
Saiyan.
he
Lee.
he he, he can't do jutsus.
Yeah, he can't do jutsus. He's just a regular guy, and he has to
We
build.
can't do genjutsus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
genjutsus. Yeah, he
into
can do
Sorry.
taijutsus. Which he
yeah,
can
yeah.
do taijutsus, which is just
He's like the
fantastic.
best.
Yeah.
Now, as for who I most likely be, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this. I've gotten past the school arc or the tournament or the school tournament arc, and then just barely ventured out into the world, and that's where I stopped.
Oh man.
So, as far as who I am, I don't know because I don't know who else is out there.
Oh, and let me say, I still hate Sakura. Go ahead.
You still hate who?
I'm still not a fan of Sakura. Sorry.
Oh
I
well.
was like, very
Yeah, I
support.
mean, they really did eventually write some depth into her character, but I feel like you find more depth in Sakura in Boruto, to be honest.
Yeah, because with her daughter, right?
Yeah,
Sarada, right? The daughter
Yeah,
yeah,
Sarada.
Sarada.
she's tight.
But yeah. So, what do you guys think? I would be.
Who would Joe be? It's got to be somebody really stubborn.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody who does it their
That is true.
way, only
Choji.
their way.
Choji.
No, Choji, I don't know. I really like Choji actually. I think he would be. I think Joe would be actually more like what's her name? The blonde who enters your mind.
Oh,
Uh,
I forgot her name. But
you
yeah,
know?
she ends up marrying
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her
yeah. Yeah,
because
her
because she
her
does it
clan
her
works in
way.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. It would be somebody who's really stubborn, somebody who's also artistic, and then somebody who doesn't doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Okay. Don't know. I do not know. Come on, guys.
I
You
mean,
tell
like
me.
that kind of describes Daydara too, a little bit.
Deidara.
He's
Yeah,
sick.
Deidara.
He's
Yeah.
sick. Damn, who would he be? Hmm.
Uh, does the audience have an idea?
Candy Juku's going into lurk mode.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
Oh, because she went to
dun.
go having dinner
Yeah, she's
while
gonna eat.
listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see. While you're eating, you can think
Oh,
about who
oh,
you
oh,
would name
oh,
us.
wait,
Oh yeah.
wait. Sorcery. Because of the collectible, because of the collections.
Wait, what? Excuse me?
Sorcery.
Sasori,
Sock.
yeah. Sasori's tight. Wait, Sasori is the bone one, right?
Yeah, sorcery is the one that he has the puppets.
Oh, you're right. Wait, yeah, you're right. Oh, actually, Joe would be Sasori.
Yeah.
That's sick. Actually, that's a sick pick. The puppet guy, bro.
Yep.
Which one? The one from the
Yeah, from the
Akatsuki.
Sand Village.
the
Yep.
one that has like the wrapped up
Yep,
body. Oh,
that guy's
okay.
sick. Actually, he's pretty powerful.
Does he change his look later on? I
A
guess.
little bit. He does. He gets
Hmm.
cooler looking, and
Yeah,
and
he does
the
get cooler looking
and the
because
puppet
that's
gets
right.
better.
And the puppets get better. Oh, okay. I don't think. But then I don't feel like I manipulate because if you're working with puppets, you're manipulating the puppet, and I don't think that's me.
Well, when you do art, you manipulate your tool, and
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
does
Let me
that
get.
count as a martial arts anime?
Yeah, yeah. You damn straight it does.
Yeah,
Uh,
because in one of the fights, it's like he ends up controlling 101 puppets.
Holy shit. I mean, a leader at times, I guess. I don't know if you think about it that way. Leader of mindless dolls. Um, okay,
I mean,
that's that's
your,
interesting.
I mean, that's like your action
The
figure,
guardsman.
Yeah,
your
that's your
action figure
collection.
army.
Amiibos. I'm training all my amiibos. Yeah,
Yep.
Whew.
that is true, huh? Now that I think about my amiibos.
See?
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
He's tight. He's in the original series, and you see him more as you get past where you are.
And he becomes a Akatsuki, huh? Right?
No, he doesn't join Akatsuki.
Oh, okay.
Who? Who?
Sasori.
No, he is. He
Wait,
is.
what?
He is in the Akatsuki.
I forgot that.
Sasori is in the Akatsuki. He's actually one of the first Akatsuki that comes in.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm thinking the puppet guy. No,
Wait,
no, no. I'm thinking
isn't
of
that
I'm thinking
Sasori?
of the puppet guy from the Sand.
from the Sand Village. Okay,
Oh, you think that
not
dude?
Sasori. Yeah, the guy that has the that has like the markings or like the
Yeah, like
yeah.
the more traditional looking ninja.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
That guy's tight. That's who I thought Joe would be.
Okay. All
He's
right.
kind of tight. Wait, but Sasori is. Oh yeah, that's right. He does the fight versus Sakura.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's the fight with Sakura versus the 101.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look up
Which
his
is a
fight.
dope fight. I'll give Sakura credit for that. And the figure that was made for that scene that I've seen in conventions looks dope.
Oh
They
really?
actually made a figure where like it's Sakura taking on the puppets.
Dang, that's cool.
Although she didn't beat them herself, it had to be one of the village elders that
Yeah, it's true.
like she was being used as a puppet basically in that
She
fight.
does some cool shit later on, though.
Yeah, I just hated the way she treated Naruto. Anyway, because I can relate. So
Got you. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, I
I
feel
thought
it.
you were gonna throw me Pervy Sage as me, but
That's another good one. Hey, Zip. What?
What's up?
Zip doesn't know anything about Naruto. Let's talk about something that Zip knows about.
oh, sorry,
I
sorry,
know a
sorry.
little bit, but like I said, I probably watched just about the same as much as Joe, or right before Joe.
okay,
Oh,
Well,
you know what? Let's stray away from martial arts anime and let's talk about martial arts movies then. Favorite kung fu theater movie?
oh my God! Kung Fu
ooh,
The
Theater,
Five Deadly Venoms were sick.
Five Deadly Venoms. Oh, actually, one of my Drunken Master 2, which is basically just regular Drunken Master in the States.
Yeah, that is
There
true.
was a Drunken Master 1, and Drunken Master 2 was better. But Drunken Master 2, one of my favorites of all time, Kung Fu, and then the other one is Iron Monkey, because my boy Donnie Yen
Yeah, Donnie Yen. Yeah.
is the
Okay.
star of that one, and he does not disappoint. His Kung Fu, I would say, because I really like Jet Li. I grew up with Jet Li. I grew up with Jackie Chan, all that. I say Donnie Yen is the cleanest of all three.
Yes.
yeah, I agree. I concur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, f- hmm. A lot of the Jackie Chans I think were great in his like the drunken master,
Second
right?
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
where he
Or like,
goes into that freaking I think the winery, fucking downs it all and just
dude, it's not a winery. He goes into an
oh,
industrial steel, a
that's
steel
what it was,
mill.
gasoline or
Yeah.
something,
It's
right?
He drinks the
gasoline.
industrial alcohol, and he almost goes
Industrial
wild.
alcohol, which is pretty much just
Yeah,
freaking
he
what?
turns all red.
Pretty much just Everclear. Just
No, it's
So
worse than that, bro. It'll
like
actually like
wrong,
mess
Kill
like
up
you
your
or something.
very
esophagus.
bad
Yeah.
or
you know what?
straight. Yeah.
You know what that actually reminds me now. Now that I think about it, the fight where or is it the fight or Rock Lee gets a hold of alcohol and turns hella red.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the inspiration. It came
One
from
hundred
that
percent.
movie.
One
Yeah.
Definitely.
hundred percent. When you
Yeah,
talk about
definitely.
Drunken Master, nobody did it better than Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Jackie Chan movie though that I've seen was Rumble in the Bronx, and that's what
I remember
triggered me to watch his older stuff.
his older
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, he's still like hella ripped in that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That's like his pinnacle physical peak condition right there.
Yeah.
Mhm. When I
Right.
was probably what was it
Used to be a
when I was
lady
watching
killer.
with him is it Hyena or something? I think it was
Hyena.
Hyena. It sounds a little familiar.
Is that the one where he punched the girls in the boobs? Bah.
Is that the one?
Is that the one?
possible.
Is it called Hyena?
I don't
colon
remember.
boob puncher.
The boo puncher.
Is it
The
called Winter
fearless
Man? Now
hyena.
it's personal.
No, it's personal.
That was probably one of the ones I watched the first of his.
Mm,
Was that one? The fearless hyena.
sick.
What is that now? I gotta remember what it was from.
What, boob puncher
The
3?
boo puncher.
The Return of Boo Punch. Hold on.
Boot punch 3?
Yeah,
Now
the
vengeance.
return, the
The return.
return.
The Return. Street Fighter: The Return. I mean, speaking of those, like, did you ever watch Street Fighter? Like, not Street Fighter as in Ken Ryu Street Fighter.
Oh, Street
I'm
Fighter
talking.
with
God. Sonny
Yeah,
Kiba.
Sonny
yeah, Sonny
Kimba.
Kiba. I have his
Oh,
Kiba.
poster. Yeah, I have his
Yeah, that was the
movie
other
Yeah.
one.
poster.
Any of those, yeah, shoot, any of those ones, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Sonny. The Street
Oh,
Fighter movies. No,
the
go ahead.
boot punches from Armor of God.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
I'll
see.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
send
I
you
know what you.
a clip off stream. I'll send you a clip of it.
I don't remember that.
Okay,
If hold on,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
yeah.
have to
You
check the
need
clip out.
definitely need to do that.
Yeah,
Oh my god, yeah. I'm so
but
giddy with myself.
I think we're getting like a little past the 2 hour mark, so
Yeah. Okay. So,
we could continue going,
so
but let's you know do the same for the stream wise. I think probably want to do some closing thoughts and stuff,
okay. So yeah. So let's wrap it up. So, closing
or it's
thoughts.
gonna be another hour most likely.
Yeah. Well, we can rant for
Knowing
another
us.
hour.
We can rant
So
forever.
let me just say that this is for all. This episode's dedicated for all those people that watch those badass movies like Bloodsport
Oh
and Best of
fuck.
the Best and Karate
And
Kid 1 and 2 and
kickboxer, bro. Kickboxer.
Kickboxer and
Kickboxer.
let's
Boxer.
go Kumite. You
Oh,
guys know what that is.
you want a line from it? You want brother alive? Make Tompo
Oh,
happy.
happy.
Let Tompo punish you all the rounds.
Round.
You got
All
that?
around.
That is that is sick. All right, so I mean, okay, that's our closing thought. Episode done. Just kidding. I'm joking. All right, so I just wanted to say my closing thought is that martial arts anime really inspired me to take up wrestling, and in doing so, it made me take up Sancho, which is kickboxing, and now I'm training in MMA. So I mean, it's helped me out, definitely because without it, I probably would be in a different life because before then I was hanging out trying to be accepted. I was hanging out with gangsters, Filipino gangs. We would shoplift and all that stuff, all that usual shenanigans that like young kids that don't know their way in life when you were in middle school would do. So, yeah, definitely thankful for that. But yeah, it's been an inspiration to me. So, with that said, this has been the Bantering Weebs, and as always, we are the Bantering Weebs. We like to,
Party?
party hard. So,
I like to
have a
party.
good
No, no,
weekend.
no. Nobody parties but me.
And me.
Sometimes me, but usually those two.
Yeah.
I'm the stunt man.
Anyways, uh, have a good weekend and party on.
Yo, later, apocalyptic Sith. Let's go.
Hey, enjoy
Caught
the
us
Super Bowl.
literally right at the end,
Right,
but we
and we're good.
appreciate your presence.
All right,
Yes,
Sid.
sir.
I'll catch you later. I'll probably be on the street. Hit you guys up over the weekend itself. But
Sounds good. Better
again,
late than
always
never.
appreciate it, Sid.
Exactly.
And Kenny Juku thanks for the chats and
Yeah,
linking in.
yeah. Thanks for firing
Yourself.
up the chat,
Yeah.
guys. That was awesome.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
As everyone
Appreciate
else
you guys.
said, we greatly appreciate you guys. And until next time, this is the Bantry Weebs.
Yep.
Peace.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. I got squares on it.
Oh, you
Let's
got squares on
go.
it, huh?
Hell yeah. I fucking ran it. Nobody else did.
As usual.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
ran.
All right, guys.
All
Okay.
right.
Peace.
Later.